Olá, boa tarde a todos. Sejam bem-vindos a mais um episódio 3 da Zona de Desconforto. Estamos a poucos segundos de começar a falar em inglês. 1, 2, 3. Hello everybody. Thank you very much for you are watching this live. Thank you, Inês, my coach, my trainer. How are you, Inês? Fine?
I'm good. And you? How are you, Pedro? And how are you, Giancarlus?
Yes,
really good. Excited,
yes,
like very hot temperature today here. It's very nice weather today in Canada.
Yes. Giancarlus, thank you very much for to join in this live. And thank you also Pablo Kellner, a friend mutual that talk with Giancarlus. Giancarlus is the guy to talk with you in English. So thank you very much, Pablo Kellner, for this. So Giancarlus catch up, but I invite you to get up because you are a beautiful t-shirt.
Get up. Let me try just to move my table too. I can do a little bit my table normally. Let me put on here. Just to be.
Wow. Explore the greater you. Wow. What is it, Giancarlus? What is this?
This is from our company Coach Hub. So, we can explore something else from us all the time. Yeah. I have everything. When I talk with you, Pedro, I can realize in my life when I was in Success and Vendas in Brazil. So, yes, we can do the same. I have the same, same thinking, the same mind for this. And the company just, promote this idea for us, explore the greater you.
Yeah. So, who is Giancarlus, the person? Who is the Giancarlus, the professional man? And who is catch up? So,
nice.
Share with us these three questions.
Yes. Giancarlus is a Brazilian guy and also Canadian since 2018-19. Sorry. So I became a Canadian. I just started my life in Canada in 2015. I left everything of my life. I was bringing my wife and me and our hope just to restart our life. And now we are so happy just to have established life, I would say, here. Have kids as you, Pedro. I just saw your post. Like, I really like it. I can see myself as the same as your post in the LinkedIn. Like, I really love my life as family. I share this for everyone when we talk. Even we are talking professionally. Normally, we can share, especially for those days as a hybrid situation all the time. We share many things, like sometimes I have my baby behind me and I'm calling customers. They can just hear that. So I would say this is a human part of us. We can say like, today it's very different days as we have. As you can see, I'm not the best guy, but we have some experience, as you just mentioned. Like Giancarlus has over 13 or 14 years of sales experience, different kinds of industries. And today I'm just realizing, I would say, dream a little bit because it's something related when I was in Sucesso in Vendas in Brazil. I'm not telling you this because we are together today, but you can ask me for interviews as I had in the past, or few people I met. Almost of the people I tell, if Giancarlus coming back to Brazil, it's not my plan. It's not, it's not my family plan to come back to Brazil to live. But I would say, if you tell me, Giancarlus, you need to come back to Brazil, the first door I'm knocking just to try to restart my career in Brazil would be Success in Vendas. So it's something like today I'm doing for the coaching side or learning development side that I'm still learning a lot, but now I can realize something very similar as I did in the past with Sucesso in Vendas.
Can you share with
Profession-
us?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah. But what is Catch Up and what you do in practice for the people? Yeah.
Today, Pedro, how it works, Coach Hub, we are a digital platform, okay? And we use the coach service with a mission. The mission of Coach Hub, it's democratizing coaching for all career levels in a company. It means, you leave this for you as a coaching for in sales, but just thinking a different way about coaching or executive coaching. Normally, executive coaching, we we just use this service for high levels as C-suites or leadership team.
Yes.
And this is the mission just became from our company because the two brothers founded the company in Germany. My company is a Germany company, is very close to you here.
Yes.
We are based in Europe, like we are leader for coaching space in Europe already because the company started there. Our company has been for 4 years. We are just celebrating the anniversary of Coach Hub in next month.
Wow.
It will be in the ending of August. 4 years of the company. They start with those two brothers, Ian and Math, and today we are just becoming over of 800 people.
Wow.
Yeah, probably we are just getting 1,000 employees in the ending of the year. Especially our focus now, it's just getting more visibility or just getting more people for APAC, for Asia territory. We are just growing up in this area now.
Yeah. Can you share and you explain us the company and in your day, professional day, or in the week, imagine in a week, what are the main functions that you do with your professional life?
Okay, my day to day, some people can just take like, hey, Giancarlus, it's a misunderstanding about your role because you can see in my title as a learning development specialist. This title is just more because we are to emphasize for this, environment of learning development, but as a holistic view of coaching, we can, touch different ways of coaching for everything. And my day to day, Pedro, I'm a SDR guy, so it's a sales development people. I'm connecting people with my colleagues. They are seniors, sales, and they have more knowledge about the product. Like, yes, Giancarlus can tell a little bit about the product, but if we are just going further to discuss about product or any different needs, customization for customers, we have a specialist. It's my colleagues. They are working for that. I'm working here as we mentioned before in Canada. So my focus is just to connect the right people. I do the same pitch as I'm talking now with my prospects. When I talk with someone by phone, I tell them I believe you are the right person from your company because I did some research about the company. Sometimes they are a little bit surprised because we do too much research like about the company, about their growing. So the goal is just Giancarlos calling people to connect those people with my company or with my colleagues, and we look to share uh, coaching service in the same time. We are trying to see if they are available or not to share their experience, what they have, and with those scenarios we can just relate with different ways we can apply coaching service.
Yeah.
So our coaching, Pedro, just one more thing, our coaching, as I mentioned, digital, is just a service in virtual. So you have a coaching as you do in person in Portugal. It's almost the same, but the thing is, we are using everything in virtual. So we are using by laptop, mobile, whatever you want to use. We connect coaching with companies, with employees, by virtual, by internet.
Yeah. What is the main differential the catch up in this competitive market? Imagine in Portugal and also in Europe and also in Brazil, that yes, is my reference. It's lots of coach. So what is the difference of catch up in this? And thank you very much, because I think that you think global. That is incredible. So you think global.
For sure. In the global, I would say we're really nice for just identify our company. Coach Hub as a global, as you told Pedro, it's our differential. It's because we can do everything like easier or faster about being in person. And we know some companies, they really want to be in person. We cannot. Our company is today completely digital company, and we can see many different factors, like about cost, like when a company, they are investing for Pedro for going like in person for the company, they are investing money for this. And when you have a digital, it's a little bit, about less about cost. Also about timing, it's so hard when you plan everything. Like Pedro, he's coming to just starting a training for a company in Portugal, but they have any emergency and they cannot attend this event. So everything should be rescheduled, and sometimes you already went out from your home, from your, office, and you need to restart everything. We do the same, but by digital should be a little bit easier,
Yes.
be more flexible to reschedule everything or to reschedule something for the coaches. And just to be clear, Giancarlus is not talking, we don't need it, Pedro here, please. The thing is, our coach, it's just a complement of some trainings, because as success in vendas, sometimes success because of the English. So success in vendas, it's more about coach, but more about training for sales. We know how we are focusing sales with success in vendas in Portugal, even in Brazil. But the thing is, we can complement. And I remember when I was in the room and we have this pitch, Pedro, you can just be agreed or not with me. When we talk about retention or retainment about content, if Pedro, he does like different meetings in the company, if some employees or coaches, they don't follow up, they don't study the materials, or they don't be in touch what we are just, promoting to them, the retention just becoming less and less. You know, we talk this in our pitch as success in vendors. So please, if you are just looking for a performance in your company, salespeople, please, like be in touch, be curious to learn more things with your manager. So the things for coaching, especially for our company, we can improve the performance of the retention, in 4 times. So this is some studies we have. We provided the cases for our customers, but we can improve. So can you imagine we are just doing a partnership today, and success in vendors is still working really hard for companies, but they also can have Coach Hub to complement everything about sales training with success in vendors.
Yes, Giancarlus, you have some comments here, and I will put. So the first comment, Inês, can you read, please? I know that.
What is the? Let me see.
In LinkedIn. Yes.
Okay, it's from Miguel Costa. It's the same one, the same person as the last one.
Like
demand
we said,
generation. Yes.
I can see
I
here,
love
I have several coaches from several parts of
Yes,
the
that's
world from Coach Hub.
that's another person. That's from
That's
Anaconda. Yes.
Anaconda. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It's a very good comment. No, Anaconda said, Inês, read,
I have
please. Well,
yes, I have
yes.
several coaches from several parts of the world.
Oh, really nice.
And I really appreciate the spirit. I really love the team spirit.
Yeah, really nice, really nice. This is the thing, you know, when we are global, just to share some data about Coach Hub. Today, we have a pool of coaches worldwide over 3,500. So our pool, it's the largest one in the world, you know, and we have about language. This is something like just to complement this really nice comment. So even we are talking about different ways to use a coach or different, you know, locations in the world. Also, we have vast language, you know, different choices of language. So
Yes.
we can just do our training or everything with Coach Hub in Portugal in Portuguese, in
Yeah.
Brazilian for Brazilian Portuguese, it's different, you know. So we have for English for North America. So we have many languages. We have like almost over 60 different languages.
Wow, fantastic. Also, Miguel Costa shared this comment. Inês, can you help me? Yeah.
Yes, you must love the book Fanatical Prospection for sure.
I don't
Fanatical
know.
prospection. I heard that, but I never, you know, it's something
But
I'm working today. I can share with you guys. This is, I would say, is the most brilliant opportunity or most brilliant chance I have in my life. In Coach Hub, we are selling coach, but in the same time we use coach. So this is the first time I'm using a coach. So I have my coach, and this is something I'm trying to improve because even I have some knowledge for sales. This is my first topic in my improvement part. I need to improve my reading part. So I have many books to read, and I'm really bad guy to reading things. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to improve this with my coach.
But I like very much this fanatical profession. Imagine you are a guy that work lots of years in Brazil. That at this moment you are in Canada and you work for a German company. So about prospection, what do you think that is the best practicals? So that you have, you also work in sales. Can you share some examples of good prospection or good attitude or good methods for
For sure.
prospection?
For
Yeah.
sure. This is something before our methodology, right, Pedro, about our a ponte. We
Yeah.
have a little bit before abordagem. Um, the thing is about
Begin with a positive attitude, because
exactly.
yes, in success in sales, you use the analogy with the bridge, right? And the first part is begin
Yeah,
with a positive attitude. Yeah.
yeah,
But imagine prospection in
yeah,
Germany, in Canada, in Brazil, because you work in you have these free moments in your life.
yeah. I would say I'm not the best to say that. Just to share how I'm succeeding for semi prospection.
Yeah.
I'm very human for everything. Like when I am talking with someone, I can just try to be transparent or try to share the feeling. I'm humanizing things with them about my pitch, about my words, you know. Even we are talking here in English, or I have been here in Canada since 2015. I always tell to my colleagues, co-workers, and leadership as RJ, my boss, direct boss. I tell them I don't like my English. So, you know, like I'm trying to improve all the time the language to use. My second language here, Pedro, it's French because I'm in the region of the French guys for Quebec province. So the thing is, I'm humanizing everything. If I can just, you know, to do a summary about that. I'm trying to be transparent,
Yeah.
respectful. I tell them about the goal just to connect, then I'm looking to exchange experience.
Yes.
This is the thing, because as a consultant part about our call with my colleagues for product, we are not selling. We are just trying to see if you have or not needs, or if you have or not interest. You know,
That's
so
it. That's
this is
it.
the thing. After we can start the bridge, methodology. But the thing is, just to try to see like why my company today we are leading coaching space.
Yeah.
If you are leading, we have something else just to share with you, or just to promote for your company. So why you cannot just talk, or just take 15-20 minutes for your day?
Yeah.
It could be more than worth for you one day, when we have this chance.
Yeah. We have another comment. Thank you very much for Miguel Costa. You are very participating. Thank you very much, Miguel. Inês, I will invite you to read the next comment of Miguel.
Yes. So what kind of coaching do you provide at the Coach Club? Personal coaching, leadership coaching, or others?
Oh, this is a good point. Very nice question. The thing is, our coaching, I would say everything, because the coaching, it's a personal coaching. Okay. We have, I don't need to sell everything here today. I'm trying to do for not doing that. But the thing is, when we engage a company, okay, they can choose the coaches we have in our pool, 3,500 different coaches in the world for your time, everything. And the thing is, the sessions of the coaches and the coaches, it's like confidential. This is something for a personal development, but when you just develop your things or your behavior, for sure we are just changing something professionally. And also we have divided in two parts our coaching idea. It's personally about strengths and the weakness. And the second thing, we are just talking about leadership if you are looking for a leadership part. So englobe everything for a coach. It's a professional coach. Our coach, they are certified for ICF, and the other one I just almost I forgot all the time it is, because it's more in Europe. Do you know the organization like similar as ICF globally for coaches, Inês or
Yes.
Pedro? What is the name?
Yes.
MCC, something like that?
Yes. And ECF. Yes. I
We
think
have
it is.
ICF and we have
ICF
the
is the one that I
European one.
remember immediately.
Yeah, I'm sorry just for not to remember that. The
Yeah.
thing is, those certifications or those organizations of coaches, this is the most recognized coaches in the world. We have some needs. If some coach just wants to become a coach hub coach, they need to have a level of coaches in ICF certification, so they are very high qualified just to be a coach in our company.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Giancarlus. Giancarlus, you have two questions. We have a question that I think that is in Portugal, in Brazil, in Germany, and also in Canada. Must
really?
be expensive. What do you say?
About costs,
It's a
it's
question of Miguel Costa. It's right, Inês?
I cannot see
Yes,
the
that
comment.
one is from Miguel Costa. Yes.
Inês,
It is.
and you also have this question in your in your professional life also. It's very interactive, because you also are a trainer, a coach, with language coach.
Yes, true. Yes, it must be expensive. Well, price is a matter of perspective, I guess, right? What do
And
you
you?
think, Giancarlo?
No,
Yes.
about the cost, I would say it's the lower cost we can see for coaching. It's very interesting, like, hey, how we can do that. But the thing is, it's because it's digital, is the cost is the lower one. Like, I'm not talking, it's not a good to have like some coaches in person, but as we can just, recognize About costs, we have like travel or trips, we have everything, lunchtime, hotel, we have many different things you are paying for executive coaching to be in person, and also their time in your company. So being digital, we have like a special chain. Like I I cannot share the pricing here for sure, and I'm not good because the pricing, it's a part of my colleagues for AEs. But being honest, I can just see like, oh, it's very, very low cost. I would say more than 5 times less than a one, executive coaching in person. So because we have the pool, we have the availability, everything is synchronized, integrated. It's too easy. You just take your coach, base it in your area. It's so intelligent. Like, it's because that I really like the idea of my company, or I like everything.
Yeah. You have another question? My second invited is last week I have with this friend Simon Lard. And Inês, can you help me? You can
Yes.
Simon make this question? Yes.
Do you have specific coaches for specific coaching styles?
Yes, this is really nice. Okay, now I'm trying to not selling, but yes, this is something about our page. This is a differential our market too, because at Coach Hub, okay, how it works when a company sign an agreement to have coaches for their employees, the thing is the employee or the coachee just to choose their coach, they are just answering different questions, okay, in the app of Coach Hub. And with those questions, they, with the intelligence, the AE, the artificial intelligence, with algorithm, we are just providing three first choices of codes. The thing is, this is really quick. This takes like seconds just with the AE, and they are completely related with the questions Pedro Ruivo just answered in the app. So if Pedro looking for, hey, I'm looking for a coach that he has experience in, training side for sales perspective. So when you are answering that, you are just, populating the data to have the best match of coach. So I can see that. I can just share like my experience, how it's really nice, because as I share with you about the reading part, one of my point just to improve myself about mindfulness, and my coach, she's specialized for that. So it's completely really interesting how it works with algorithms. They are so fast, so intelligent, and even if you don't like it, your coach, just for the three choices, because you have like a summary about your coach, you have a video, like intro video, they are talking about it themselves. If you don't like the three choices, you can choose other three more. Like, you need to be comfortable just for choosing your coach.
Yes, and Simon also make a comment. Inês, some notes. I will. Can you? Yes, and Inês, I like very much to listen your when you.
Thank you so much. In UK, we have ILM qualifications. I suppose this was regarding the type of coaching certifications.
Yes. So, Giancarlus, to finish, the time is it's fast. Yes.
I talk too much, right, Pedro?
No, it's fantastic, and thank you very much what you are sharing about. So imagine you are a man with a global vision of the world. So you have experience in Brazil, you work in a German company, and you work in Canada. How do you see the second part of this year? So how you see business? How you see that? And you are a man that loves people and the business and the happiness.
Sure.
So what are the main keys that you want to share with us about your perspective of the second part of this year? And,
Okay. Yes. No. Good to know. I would say more personal opinion, we should we should be careful for for carrying our business or our customers, especially for this part of the year, because we can see how many companies they are just doing layoffs today. We can see many different companies. I don't need to just share names of the companies in the world, but every part in the world they are just doing layoffs today. They are restructuring their personnel, and I would say we can see when a company is succeeding as us, we just try to bring the value for everything. So if you have a business today, as you are just dealing with different companies or very how I say that that the customers, loyal customers for you, Pedro, for long time you are just training the guys. Just to try to keep your people, right? Like just to try to do our best today, because this is the moment I can see this is a response of COVID just by now, economic side, I would say. We just passed the COVID, I would a little bit. I assume we are just passing the time of COVID, but the thing is the reflex of COVID is just now. It was in the beginning. We are missing a workforce, but now everything is still being in restructure or be reestablished. But the thing is, we can see those layoffs in the world, and I think in the same time we have many opportunities. So when we have opportunity, we need just to keep, trying to go. I think it is it. Like even for different locations in the world, like I can see here in Canada or US, we can see layoffs with companies in Europe, like companies as our company. So everywhere in the world today, it's passing the post-COVID. So with some reflex of COVID, but in the same time, it's opportunity. We have always opportunity or different ways to see. Could be for personal. Sometimes we need just to step back just to grow more, right? So I think it's just to the moment to be careful for everything and to try to do our best.
Giancarlus, I think that I have no more questions, but I have one more.
Okay, sorry.
No, and Inês, and I also invite Inês to make a question. Inês, yes.
Giancarlus, okay, so you have coaches around the world. Okay, can people choose the language of the coach? Okay, so do people normally choose their native language to have coaching sessions?
Exactly. Like if I wanted, like today I'm using English coach, but if I want to use a Brazilian coach, I can use that. We need to match language. We can match fuse time. Like sometime, just an example, very like personal example here in Canada, we have coaches for French speakers. We have some difference about Canadian French and French from France. Is the same as a Portuguese as we have. The thing is, you can choose the French people from France here in Canada, but in the same time, if you are just selecting a coach from France, you need just to see the time, because we have, the difference of our time, but it's completely your choice as a coachee. You can choose whatever you want. Like if you are available, I'm just meeting the coaches just in the morning here in Canada because my coach is in France. It's completely okay.
Okay, and from sorry, Pedro, from a coach perspective, okay, so in terms of career and having more career opportunities, is it important to speak more than one language to have more clients and more opportunities, in your opinion?
For sure, like as a coach, like if I was doing the coach part, for sure, because look, if I was a coach for Coach Hub today, I would have a chance to speak Portuguese, English, and French.
Yeah.
You know, if you have just English speakers, we are just limiting a little bit our, our chance to coach more. But it's depend for you if you want or not. You know, you can just
Of
increase
course,
your chance for sure.
of
But I
course.
would say, Inez and Pedro, you can agree that we can see this opportunity for everything, not only for a coach. Like,
Of
you
course.
know, for me here, if I was not speaking English, I was not
Mhm.
getting this job at Coach Hub because, I did everything in English. Even I'm working in French for my region here in Canada
Yeah.
for Quebec. So
Mhm.
in the beginning of my life here in Canada, I worked for a company. I was supporting Brazilian companies, like so
Yes,
international companies. If we have the chance to increase our chance just to take one more language.
Yes.
of course, definitely.
Giancarlus, last question. What are the main image? I don't know the Canada market in like a business. Imagine that Portuguese companies want to sell to Canada. What are the imagine in a short like a Twitter, like a tweet? What is how can we see the Canada business and the Canada way of thinking? It's the same like in Brazil but to make business, or Canada is different, the people are different, the economy is different.
Eh,
What
yeah,
can you share with us about this?
I I would say everything is different about the economy, like about to be more established. Uh, about size of company too is another point. Like we have like a bit culture from US, like American culture for Canada. If you are looking for the full country, even we just have a French here in Quebec. But the thing is, everything is different because the laws or everything about the structure for companies. About size, it's very interesting to share, Pedro. It's because even we have established economy here in Canada. If we are comparing for Brazil, if we are comparing for US, here in Canada, we have a small and medium business. Yeah, we have large companies. Yes, for sure. Many, yes. But if you just compare with Brazil or US, I can see and I can recognize. Like in my last 2 years, I had another experience in a company from US. I was doing prospection too, is the same as I'm doing here, and in that time I was just looking how big is the US marketing. Like it's about the companies. They have like 5,000 people. They have like 10,000 people. Like, but it's a lot. You know, in Canada we have many companies, but it's not too much as Brazil and the
Yes.
US about population. And I can relate something as we talk, I think, in the past a little bit. It's the same as Portugal. I talk with Pablo about this
Yeah.
because in Portugal you can have established economy a little bit, yes, established company, but it's more regional, especially because the country it's small. Like
Mhm.
about the population, it's small. But the thing is, when we have a small, we have the other side. Like we can have more control, we can be more established. Like depending how you can see, different perspectives.
Yes.
But yes, the two things, it's really interesting. It's about size, about culture, and if you are looking to do some business, like, oh, Giancarlo is doing something like from Brazil, I can see many different business. Like I can see Brazilian people doing, trying to bring things from Brazil to here in Canada because we miss our food, like
Yeah.
everything, like, oh, we can talk about brigadeiro, we can talk about coxinha. So, so those things as a Brazilian, as you are doing in the past, like, oh, I missed this one. So some people, they are doing their business here just to bring our culture for Canadian guys or even for Brazilian community in Canada.
Yeah. I can't stop. One more question. Imagine when I see a CEO in Brazil, I see it's a positive CEO. They have enthusiastic. When I see a CEO, a Portuguese CEO, I see it's a Latino. Yeah, he smile. It's also fun. A little less more than Brazil. When I imagine a Germany's CEO, I see a serious guy with rigor. And what is a Canada CEO?
Oh, I like this point. It's really nice to share because I have two different views. First of all, yes, Canadians, they can be like more serious or they sound more serious. Okay. However, when we talk just to be, I would say, touchable about CEO level or C-suite levels, I really love this counter about that. Why? Because here in Canada, when we talk exactly, we just talk about size of companies. They are very human, and the few companies, not all the companies. You can see your CEO, you can sit with them, you can have a lunch with them. We have a culture in Brazil, even they are smiling, sometimes they are not touchable because if you are working in a company, let's just try to say, okay, we have a company with 1,000 plus. This CEO, he is too much busy in a high level and you never talk with him. Okay. And it's a part of a culture too, but they are having their lunch time, their dinner with other guys, people, business people. Here, I can sit with some CEO or, high levels of manager, and they are just bringing their lunch in the company just to eat together. It's a really cool part. I really love this. I like to share this because it's completely different. It's a shock as a Brazilian guy, just to see, hey, I'm sitting with my boss and he is eating just with me and we can talk together in the lunchtime. It's a really different culture. Really appreciate to see how Canadian can be like that here.
Yeah. Giancarlus, okay, thank you very much for your time, what you're sharing with us. Thank you very much. And to practice also my English. I will invite Inês to make a resume in Portuguese and also invite you to practice your Brazilian language.
Yes, exactly.
Inês, the voice is yours.
Yes. Então, começamos com a frase que o Giancarlus tem aqui na sua t-shirt, não é? Explore the greater you, não é? Explorar o nosso eu maior, digamos assim, nas suas múltiplas e infinitas vertentes. O Giancarlus falou-nos da importância da família, de dar aqui o lado humano e humanizado dos negócios, do trabalho, especialmente aqui neste ambiente híbrido de trabalho que temos neste momento. Então, falou-nos da Coach Hub, a empresa onde trabalha, que foi fundada, então, começou na Alemanha, fundada por 2 irmãos, e que tem, então, como objetivo democratizar o acesso aos serviços de coaching. A empresa tem neste momento cerca de 800 colaboradores, ok? E possivelmente atingirá os 1.000 até ao final deste ano, e com o aumento ou com o crescimento para a Ásia, sendo já líder aqui na Europa. O Giancarlus trabalha então na parte da prospecção e das vendas. Giancarlus, qualquer coisa, corrija. Então, fazendo aqui fazendo aqui um match entre as empresas e as pessoas e o coach mais indicado, fazendo aqui nesse processo aqui, nomeadamente nas empresas, um trabalho extenso de pesquisa para poder fazer esse match mais adequado. Todas as sessões de coaching são online, são virtuais, o que permite então aqui uma diminuição de custos, não há instalações, não há hotéis, não há salas de conferências, salas de reuniões, com o tal objetivo de democratizar o acesso ao coaching, não é? Permite então ter aqui preços diferentes. Mais coisas. E aqui o Giancarlus falou também que este trabalho de coaching pode ser um trabalho complementar à formação e que tem um grande benefício, exatamente, de aumentar a retenção, ou seja, o sucesso dessa formação em 4 vezes. Então, depois eu há bocadinho também perguntei se era possível, quando alguém está a procurar um coach, se era possível procurar também por língua, uma vez que sabemos que num processo destes, que acaba por ser um processo de desenvolvimento pessoal, é importante muitas vezes não haver aqui o obstáculo da língua. E o Giancarlus partilhou então que o Coach Hub tem cerca de coaches em 60 línguas. Todos os coaches são certificados ou pelo ICF, né, International Coaching Federation, ou outras instituições que certificam os coaches. Também, então, este match entre as pessoas que pretendem sessões de coach e o coach é feito, então, com um algoritmo, com inteligência artificial, em que as pessoas respondem a algumas perguntas e depois lhes é dado 3 opções de coaches com a sua descrição e também um vídeo, e as pessoas podem então selecionar o coach com que sentem uma maior afinidade. Depois, o Pedro perguntou então perspectivas para a segunda metade de 2022. Giancarlus, ok, referiu aqui a necessidade de haver aqui algum cuidado por parte das empresas, uma vez que estamos aqui a viver um período de alguma instabilidade e com as consequências agora mais visíveis da crise devido ao Covid, à situação pandémica que vivemos ou que estamos a viver, não sabemos muito bem.
Exato.
Ok, confere?
Confere-se. Da minha parte foi isso que eu entendi, Inês.
Ok, perfeito.
Giancarlus, I invite you to make a small part to finish this live. The voice is yours. The last message to everyone, to the world.
I just leave myself here. If you can just, invite me for next episodes or different contents, different subjects, I'll be very happy to help you on this. Yeah. I would say it's the first one I did, I never was here like that. So it's very interesting. And we'll be in touch, Pedro. Thank you for this opportunity. I can see if I have a time just to share for everyone. I'm going to Germany just to celebrate our anniversary. So not sure if I have a time, but it would be really, really nice if you have a chance to meet any part of Europe. I will be in Berlin. Let's see if I have a time just to come to Portugal or not, because it will be just 1 full week. But yes, I'll be there. For everything, we can just go further for prospection side. If you want to talk a little bit more about that, or about marketing things, about Canada and Portugal, I'm really happy to share my life and my company here today. I have been for the company just for 4 months, and I can share. Today, it's the company I was succeeding the most for each year I did in my life. I was just thanking a few leaders I had yesterday. I was texting them like, hey, thank you so much, because I was feeling like, so filled about what I experienced in the past in sales, and today I'm succeeding at the Coach Hub. I'm really happy in this period of my life.
Yeah, thank you very much, Giancarlus. Inês, I want to improve, so I want you to talk with the people that we are with together. Who is Inês? Who is Saber Interativo? And thank you very much to be my coach.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, can I have 2 minutes em português? Ok, então eu chamo-me Inês Carreira, sou formadora, treinadora de inglês e basicamente o meu trabalho é isto, é ajudar pessoas como o Pedro a melhorarem o seu inglês e a conseguirem comunicar com pessoas de outros países ou pessoas que estão aqui em Portugal e agarrar oportunidades como esta, por exemplo, de trabalhar na Coach Hub. E quero ainda partilhar, que eu vou partilhar este vídeo outra vez nas minhas redes, como inspiração aos meus alunos e a todas as pessoas que andam por aí e que têm receio, que têm às vezes um pouquinho de vergonha de falar inglês, porque eventualmente podem dar erros ou pode acontecer qualquer coisa, ok? Isto é prova viva de que vale a pena, ok, colocarmos no mundo e praticar, porque há aí oportunidades, há conversas. Se não fosse isto, se o Pedro se tivesse incluído, não tínhamos tido esta conversa espetacular e outras que seguirão. Portanto, força.
Eu partilho mesmo com vocês, não é? Eu estou a continuar a treinar com a Inês e tudo isto começou porquê? Porque eu tenho um cliente internacional que vou à Alemanha em outubro, vou treinar a equipa dele mundial e eu tenho de ir falar inglês, ou seja, então isto acabou, ou seja, estou a treinar com a Inês, mas também decidi pôr-me aqui no LinkedIn, porque eu acredito que se eu estiver aqui a falar para o mundo, a palestra lá vai correr muito bem em outubro, ou seja, vou dar em Frankfurt a treinar a equipa, então há que treinar sempre,
legal,
não é? Já estou, e é isso, todas as semanas estou aqui disponível para falar com alguém em inglês, não é? Dentro desta área de negócio, que gosto de pessoas, so I'm available to talk with someone else who loves people and love business and love creativity and innovation, and if you want to have a talk with me, and I have Inês, my personal coach, so send me a message and let's talk together. Yes.
Pedro, se eu posso só complementar, acho muito legal esse desafio que você está fazendo para a sua vida, né, para você próprio. Igual eu falei, eu não me sinto 100% confortável no inglês até hoje, mesmo tendo 7 anos de Canadá, até pela segunda língua. Você pode colocar aí na tua lista depois do inglês para fazer francês, não sei se a Inês consegue te ajudar, mas... e também vou colocar à disposição, depois a gente pode conversar, de colocar alguns colegas, pode ser da minha equipe, pode ser pessoas aqui do Canadá ou mesmo da Europa, que eles são completamente bilíngues, ou mais que isso, né, trilíngues, por causa de alguns países, seja francês, alemão. A gente coloca à disposição alguns colegas, eu vou te trocar alguns nomes, vou compartilhar com vocês alguns nomes, que você pode entrar em contato e continuar praticando seu inglês, que vai melhorar cada vez mais.
Claro que sim. Olha, não resisto só aqui a partilhar no final, também todas as pessoas que participaram aqui, mas vamos terminar esta live. Quero agradecer à biodescodificação transdirecional, ao do Willer Souza, ao Miguel Costa, muito participativo. Conhece o Willer? É amigão teu?
Da Sucesso.
Boa. Yes. Pois é. Opa, estou a ver a carinha do pequenininho. Boa. Pois é. O Miguel Costa, muito participativo. O Simon Lard, o meu amigo Simon, e todos vocês que nos estão também a ver aí desse lado e noutras redes. Obrigado a todos vocês. Thank you very much for everyone. So have a nice week. Let's fun. Let's work. Bye-bye. Thank you from Leiria to Canada and from Leiria to Pereiras, Portugal. Bye-bye.
Com prazer. Um grande abraço.
Yes. Tchau. Obrigado a todos. Thank you very much.